Hello everyone, I'm KB Kwan from TasteAsianFood.com. In this video, I want to show you how to prepare an incredibly delicious beef noodle soup, 红烧牛肉面. This is based on the Taiwanese version with a little bit of my own interpretation. The hunger-inducing aroma as a result of the intermingling of the herbs and spices plus the nearly melt-in-the-mouth braised beef will surely make you to give it a try. Let's take a look how to do it. You can get the recipe in the description right below the video and more information by following the link to the blog post. So let's start to cook the beef noodles by first blanching the beef. This is the beef that I got it from the supermarket this morning. You can use any cut of the beef, brisket, shank or chucks. I'm using chuck today because it is cheaper. Although it is a little tougher, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna braise it for a few hours. Prepare a pot of water. Then add a few pieces of ginger and some section of scallion. And bring it to a constant boil. Add the beef to the water. It will only cook the surface in 5 minutes, so you don't have to worry that the beef will lose its flavor. The purpose of blanching the beef is to remove the impurities and the blood of the beef. After 5 minutes, remove the beef from the boiling water and put it into a pot of cold water, or you can put it under running water to remove the impurities. You see the scum that is floating on top, and those are the impurities that has been removed. Drain the beef in a colander and is now ready to use. Cut the beef across the grain into 1.5 inches square. Transfer the beef to the colander and drain it again. Make sure that it is completely dry before browning it. The oil will splatter when you brown it if it is too wet. Heat some oil in a pan. Arrange the beef single layer. Some recipes prefer to skip the browning, but I prefer browning because it adds another layer of flavor, which can only achieve by browning it. Brown it over medium heat and turn it over occasionally. When it is nice and brown, remove it. Add some hot water to the pan to deglaze it. It is very flavorful, so don't discard it. Add it back to the braising liquid later. Now we move on to saute the aromatics. Heat some oil in the pan. Add the ginger, garlic, and the white section of the scallion. When it becomes aromatic, add the onion that has cut into chunks. Saute for another while until the onion starts to turn soft. Next, add the dried chili. You can also use fresh chili if you want, or omit it if you do not take spicy food. Next, we have the dry spices. So we have cinnamon bark, star anise, bay leaves, and lastly, this is unique to Chinese cooking. Look at this. This is a piece of dry orange peel. Dry orange peels will deliver a unique aromatic flavor, and it is commonly used to enhance the flavor of Chinese beef stew. Now we add back the liquid that we used to deglaze the pan early on, and return the beef to the pan. Now we season the beef. This is brown sugar. You can use white sugar also if you want to. And some Chinese wine. Light soy sauce. And a tiny bit of dark soy sauce to enhance the color. Just a little bit. Okay. Then add some tomato paste. If you don't have tomato paste, you can just use ketchup. The purpose is not only to add some tomato flavor, but it also enhances the color. Lastly, an important ingredient. This is Szechuan bean paste. In Chinese, we call it 豆瓣酱. It is made with broad bean, and it is unique to Szechuan cuisine, and that is what it makes this beef stew unique. We have added all the ingredients into the pan. You can start to braise it now, but I prefer to transfer it to a pot with a smaller base, which means I do not need to add too much water and still be able to submerge all the beef. Now I transfer everything to a clay pot. Add some water sufficient to cover the beef. Simmer slowly until the beef becomes soft and tender. And how much it takes? It is anything between 2 to 4 hours. It all depends on what cuts of beef that we use, and also depends on the size of the chunks of beefs. So cover it and relax, and we'll come back later. Alright, that's how it looks like after 3 hours. Now before we turn off the heat, do a taste test. I prefer to add a little bit of salt because, as you know, this is not going to serve as a dish alone, but to serve together with some noodles. Look at the glossy and thick gravy, and the aroma drifting from the pot. And look at the nearly melt in the mouth, tender beef. It just hit all the right notes. So turn off the heat. Now it's time for us to enjoy with the noodles. There are 2 ways to serve the noodles. Ladle some soup stock to the noodles. I'm using a chicken stock seasoned with salt and pepper. But if you have beef stock, then it's even better. Then arrange the braised beef chunks on top and drizzle the immensely flavorful thick braising sauce on it. Serve along with some bok choy. And if you like, add a piece of hard-boiled egg. Or alternatively, no soup, but serve with dry noodles mixed with oyster sauce, light soy sauce, and sesame oil. Drizzle with some highly intense braising liquid. Serve with some hard-boiled egg and some bok choy. This is how I prepare 红烧牛肉面, the Taiwanese version of the beef noodle soup. If you like this recipe, please go home and give it a try, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the subscription button. Until then, I'll see you again in the next video. My name is KB Kwan. Bye for now.